Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. We started off, kick it off right. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. They're just ours, Not with nobody else. We chilling. And you know what? I'm not going to waste too much time, okay? Because we're talking about entrepreneurship and women, powerful women who are entrepreneurs. We have with us tonight Huma Farouk. She has started from the ground up and has her business, Naturals, and she's going to tell us all about that. It's a cosmetic kind of thing. Well, I don't want to misrepresent it. And then we have Charbria Shine. She's a actress. She's an entrepreneur. She's a motivational speaker, and she does a podcast called Your Creative Best and a couple other podcasts actually. So we're going to talk to them, but let's bring on another powerful woman, my sister Gina Gatson. What's going on?
Hey.
What's good, girl?
How you doing?
We are here. Okay, I look 60 in one day. I'm good.
60 in one day. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's pray for 364 more and then some more after that.
Let's do it, man. And before we go any further, I want to thank everybody who tuned in last night. Everybody who wished me happy birthday. It's not a celebration just for me. I don't do a lot of self accolades and this and that. Okay, I celebrate you guys. Okay, you guys are out there doing your thing. You guys showed up. If I told you guys how many birthday wishes I got, it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming, and I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And keep on looking at Dope Living TV Live. We got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys. All right, everybody say what's up to Marcella Amos.
Hello.
Hey, Marcy.
Hey, Gina.
What's good, man?
Hey, Greg.
Celebrate, and I think that's what even if we talking all kind of crap, we celebrating, okay? Because it's another day that we're here. It's another day that we get to tell everybody.
Absolutely.
We're gonna do this. So we got again, we have a couple of guests coming on. Powerful women. Huma Farouk, she actually was a teacher, and now she has a company, and she just opened, I think, a store called Naturals, and it's like holistic health and healing products, and she makes them herself. And I remember when she was doing this some time ago, when she was at home. Now she's getting bigger. The product is getting out there. And man, look, she's doing such a great job. And I asked her to come through and say what's up, to us and let us know her story. Let us know her journey of how she comes from doing. She literally went from one occupation to another occupation and is flourishing right now. She got married, has a beautiful, beautiful daughter, and she's just doing her thing. All right. And then we have Charbria Shine. And Marcella, tell us a little bit about Charbria.
Charbria is a young lady that's doing a lot of things. She's an author, a singer, a songwriter. She's a minister. She's a motivational speaker. She's a blogger. She has an online ministry, and she's got books. And a lot of it is talking singles, dating while single. Even though she is now a newlywed. And she still motivates single and married women, just being the best that you can be.
Awesome.
Wait till you talk to her.
Most definitely. So let's just get into it, okay? Look, sitting in the wings, okay. Like I said, this lady, I've known her for quite some time. She's always been creative. She's always been inspirational. She's always been motivational. And when she started doing this business, she took a leap of faith, like everyone who wants to be an entrepreneur should be. And now it's come to fruition. It's called Naturals. Her name is Huma Farouk.
Hey.
Hi.
Love, how are you?
Good.
Great.
I don't know anyone named Huma except Uma Thurman.
Yeah, it's Huma with an H.
Huma. Okay, Huma.
Hi, Felicia.
Look, I whatever. It's Huma.
He always knew me as Miss Farouk, right?
Miss Farouk. There
Miss
you go.
Farouk.
Miss Farouk.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful and glad that you came to pop on with us and tell us a little bit about your business. So again, welcome to Dope Living TV Live. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So Huma,
Yes.
like I said, I know your history, but kind of give us a little history about you before Nur Natural.
Ooh, before Nur Naturals. Okay, so where do you start? Like, I was born. No, I was born in Chicago. Raised in Chicago, and then we eventually moved to the suburbs. You know the story. I ended up going to Purdue Calumet. Graduated from there. Yep, Purdue Calumet. My dad is a professor there. I'm like a Purdue kid, like all the way through from preschool. I went to preschool at Purdue. My dad's a professor. He's still teaching. Yeah, he's still there. I'm like, come on, Dad, let's retire. And trying to pull him into the business. Like, come on, you could be my on-site herbalist, at the store. So after I graduated from Purdue, I was looking for a job. I graduated with a degree in sociology. I was trying to figure out, what do you do with a degree in sociology? Nothing. So I had been substitute teaching all throughout college because, what else do you do? For money as a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, that was the best option for me. And through substitute teaching, I fell in love with education. I always saw educators around me. My parents were both, my mother is a retired CPS school teacher as well. My grandparents were both educators in India. So it's been around me for forever. So I don't know if it was just in me and that was just kind of like my destiny was to teach or whatever, but we'll see how it kind of plays out in the long run. And so I ended up teaching at Thea Bowman. I taught 7th and 8th grade. Yes.
Get out.
Yes, ma'am.
That's where my granddaughter goes to school.
Currently? Yeah. Yes. I was there around 2006 to 2012, 11. So those beginning years at Bowman, I was there. I was an educator. I ended up, while I was at Thea Bowman, I taught 7th and 8th grade. And then I moved up. When we all moved to the high school, I ended up teaching sophomores. So I had all of those children again. So they already knew, they're like, there's nothing new here. We already know what we're here to do, what we're here to learn, and what we're here to, kind of manifest and discuss. So that was exciting. And then I left Bowman. From there, I ended up teaching in the city in Chicago at an alternative school, also for about 6 years. I met my husband there, ended up getting married, had a little baby, quit teaching along the way because, why would you want, we made the decision, let's not have her go into preschool or daycare, while I go back to work. Because, why would you want to do that? What's the point of having children if you can't hang out with them?
Right.
So I was blessed to be able to, we were blessed to be able to make that decision and for me to stay at home with her. And so out of necessity and personal necessity of not using chemicals on her and dealing with some, after birth issues that women deal with that we don't really kind of communicate or talk about too much, came about a business of using and creating natural products. And so that's like a sped up version of my life, which is,
and that's all good. That's all good. And
yeah,
I know as she spoke about being an educator. Okay, I know for a fact how good of an educator she was because my son came up in one of her classes, Jordan.
Absolutely.
And he had nothing but good things to say about Miss Farouk, as well as all of the other kids. Miss Farouk was the type of teacher who understood the kids, as opposed to coming at the kids saying you should know this, you should know that. She taught. All right. And I think some of that practices that she did in the schools have led her to Nur Naturals. Am I correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. And it continues with having a conversation today. I had a former student, she was actually 2 grades ahead, but she was a former student. I was close with her while I was there at Bowman. She stopped at the store today. And so there have been a lot of students who have become my customers, who have, come in, who have always supported me, which is really cool. One of the things that I'm trying to do as an entrepreneur with a space now is to bring healing and education all within one space. So we have a yoga class that's set. I'm trying to look for other yoga teachers to offer a space for people to come in. and to continue to educate, because a lot of us are really kind of far removed by choice, not by choice, by whatever. It doesn't really matter. But we're removed from like holistic and natural practices that have been taken away, erased purposefully, and so that is important to me, to tap back in to different cultural practices, And
I think that's kind of necessary, because of everything that's going on right now. We don't know what's going on, but natural healing, natural solutions to life and to skin and to health. That's what's booming. That's what we need. All right. So we sped up. We're at Nerd Naturals now. Okay. What exactly is Nerd Naturals? How did you come up with that?
So Noor is actually my daughter's middle name.
Oh wow!
So I named it after her. So I actually, before it was Noor Naturals, it was a company called Soft Soap, and I was just doing like soaps and scrubs. That was the only two things, because I had always enjoyed making soaps. Like I'm talking like way back to when I'm like 16 and in high school, I would, do it as like a little hobby. It was something I enjoyed and I loved doing. And so fast forward to adulthood, this is something that now I have a little bit of money. I can invest into a business, but it started off as Soft Soap while I was still teaching as a side gig, because, at charter schools, they don't really pay you. So I had a side business, like this is, what are we going to do? So Noor, and so I rebranded after I had her, and the focus changed more to natural and holistic products. I changed the name and I rebranded the company. I redid the website. I had to buy the domain. And so all of these things along the way, I'm learning, because my background is in education. I know the Paideia method. I know how to do lesson plans. I don't know how to learn about domains and, tax brackets and insurance, all of these things that come along with entrepreneurship. I had to learn along the way. So that was new. So Noor Naturals is named after my daughter. Noor is her middle name. Naturals because the products are natural. And so I also, think about legacy, and in the long run, this is something that she can choose to take over. As a 4-year-old, when you come into the store, she's like, "Oh, do you like this body scrub? Do you want to buy a crystal bottle?" She mixes people's body butters for them. Like, she knows, because we make the products at home. I'm in my lab right now, so this is the background. But the oils, the bottles, and the tinctures, and all the things. But she knows what goes in. She knows where the black soap is. Sometimes she helps me, with the little, the soap thing right here. She helps me pump the soaps in. So she's a part of the company. Yeah.
She has 79 products as I'm looking on here, guys.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I was going to ask, what were some of the products?
Oh my goodness, I'm looking on it right now, and I wish I could have had the time to post some of these pictures. But you go to www.nerdnaturals, NURNATURALS.com.
Are you able to run the banner?
Beautiful website. Yeah, I'm able to run the banner.
Run it on the banner. I just want to say, before you continue, Huma, I am so elated to hear you say that you are getting your daughter involved so that she can have the company. That's something we don't do either, is that generational wealth.
Yes.
Right.
And absolutely. So I really appreciate that. Just made me feel good all over.
Right now she's like, "Why can't I come? Why can't I come down?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, we'll see." She pop up. She does these like pop-up appearances. If you come to the store, like, out of the 3 or 4 days that it's open, one of the days she's going to be there.
Awesome.
And, she's on the website, and she's also on the documentation on the LLC. I made sure that she's part business owner. She's on the paperwork, and I made sure to do that. We split it equal, between my husband and this little baby and us. She is part. She is part owner. Of the company. So
Lanita says the body butter is the bomb.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's your store located?
It is located at 6940 Indianapolis Boulevard. It's right on Indianapolis Boulevard. If you know about Dollar Tacos, it's right across the street from there. People know about the Dollar Taco spot. It's right there. Nick's Liquors is like 2 doors down. There's a laundromat, and then I'm right there.
I know where it's at.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I had. Well, I'm going to order your products anyway, but I just had ordered some products for my granddaughter because I thought she had eczema, but we found out she was allergic to the dog, so they got to get rid of the dog.
Oh, no.
She had such a breakout in between her arms, between the back of her legs, her neck, and then she's only 2, so she scratches it until it bleeds.
Yeah.
And so I was trying a lot of different soaps, oatmeal soaps and things, and nothing seemed to work. But she just has such sensitive skin that I have to use things like that. But some of the stores that sell that kind of soap don't sell the kind for children.
Right. And
most of it is for adults.
Most of it is for adult. And I think one thing with eczema, I actually have an eczema like system. I have a 3-part eczema system. One is a soap, one is a bath soak, and then one is a butter. And so, the base of it is the whipped body butter that I make. And then I add aloe and I add candula flower and turmeric for anti-inflammatory properties. So there's a lot of, once you get familiar with natural products and what their healing properties are, you start to use them and include them. Yes. Unfortunately, with eczema, people are like, here, put the steroids on the kids. And you're like, why? Why are we putting steroids on children? There's, as well as for children, people that have children that are the deodorant, antiperspirant, you can start children off very young. Like if they're using that type of stuff, start them off on a natural deodorant, get them an underarm detox, and start them off on natural products. And they won't even know the difference, because they're just learning too. When it's the same thing as like raising a child vegetarian. They don't know from the beginning. They don't know what they're missing because they've never had it. And so, there are certain things that you just start them off that way. That's it. That's their lifestyle, Yeah.
And that you're right about that, because my 11-year-old granddaughter, she can't use anything with fragrances in it. No soap, no body spray. So I have to use all natural on her.
Right.
I don't know if it's because, when she was younger, that's what I used. And then she started, she's 11. So at the age of 10, she wanted all the perfumed stuff.
Yeah.
And then she would have these big ugly boils.
Oh no.
And when we went to the doctor, that's what she said, that it's the perfumes and the soaps and the sprays and things. So she can't use any of that.
Okay.
So that's all I can buy for her is natural soaps. That's the only thing she can use, natural deodorants. But like I said, I'm going to go on your website and see what you have on there.
It is a wonderful website, and it's very
I'm definitely going to check it out. I'm definitely going to check it out.
I wonder sometimes, like, if it's too much, because it's a lot of products. And once again, in being a business owner, I'm hands-on. Like, I made the website myself, and I'm constantly updating it and adding pictures and trying to, keep up. But when you do something, to me, it's not I don't want it to be an extremely large, like corporate business. This is something that I've created. This is something that I want to be mine, so like my touches of the website of some like little thing being funny or being off, like, this is real life. This is not some, I buy it off of this stuff and then we just repurpose things and we kind of go from there. And so, it's a true to life, like website. Like I do my best, but I'm not a graphic designer. You know what I mean?
You did your thing. Now, let me ask you real quick.
Thank you.
You're not a chemist, right?
No.
But you put this shit. You put this together.
Yeah.
You put this together, and this is what really, really, really impresses me. Like I said, I've known her for a while. I knew she was going to do this, okay? But what really, really, really impresses me is that you aren't a chemist.
No.
And you have put this together, and you have made a living off of this.
Absolutely.
And that in itself is one of the reasons why we do this podcast here, DopelivenTV Live, because we want to celebrate people like yourself. We want to celebrate those business owners, and especially women, because you guys don't get the props that you deserve. Everybody say what's up to Tree, by the way.
Hey, Tree.
Hey, Tree.
Tree, we're talking to Huma Farouk. She's the owner of Nerve Naturals. All right. Tree is a entrepreneur herself. She does soft drinks. But no, hey, look.
That's
when we promote, we promote. Okay.
I see. I appreciate it.
And you mentioned the the stores that you're near and this not okay, but this is a national platform. So is there a way that they can order and you have it sent to people across the country?
Up on the website, no?
Yeah, absolutely. I ship. That's actually how I started. I've been shipping across the country for the last like six years, and so I actually started off strictly on the website and just shipping, and so I've gained customers in Arizona and California and Texas, all over Florida, and the southern states, not knowing some of these people, but through Facebook have developed like friendships, like real true. I had somebody call me today who she lives locally, but she's like, she had like a concern about something. And so she's like, oh my God, can I call? Absolutely. It was just like 20 minutes ago. She was worried about something. So she just gave me a call, to see and clarify this stuff. But the website allows me to ship nationwide as well as international as well.
Good.
Your baby is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Marcel, I think I cut you off on something. You were going to ask a question?
No problem.
I was going to ask, does she do things other than just body product? Like, do you do like natural teas or something?
Oh, yes. I have organic herbs at the store, a plethora of organic herbs. I have different teas. I currently have an immunity tea. I have a sleep tea. I have a lactation tea for new mothers. There's a bunch of different teas. I make eczema products. We have body butters, like we said, soaps and bath bombs. I have some incense in the store. I'm looking to also add ethnic and cultural products and attire. I think that people like cultural clothing, and we're so far removed. This is something that we love to see. It's beautiful ethnic wear. So I'm going to be having apparel at the store. I have some beautiful purses that were handmade in India as well. And so I'm adding some jewelry. I started wrapping crystals. So I make necklaces and things. And I have some plants in the store. That's true and near and dear to my heart is planting and gardening.
Okay.
Yeah. And so during the next spring, I'll probably do a couple of gardening classes in the store so we can, kind of tap into, because that's something that we do. My 4-year-old, she knows how to plant. She waters her plants. And those are hers. I need to water my plants today. She picks her tomatoes. I mean, she's out there picking her cherry tomatoes off of her tree and eats them. Just, so it's it's kind of like holistic to where we're trying to, get all aspects of, health and wellness as well as body care. Yeah.
Okay.
So what are these? Let me see if I can. What are these?
Those are soaps.
Is it?
Yeah, they're fun soaps. Those are, summer soaps. They're actually 30% off right now.
Wow.
Yeah, and so they're fun soaps. They're these like popsicle shaped soaps that were, like a summer fun.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, they're cool.
Oh my God, I'll be there this weekend.
Okay. And
she's gonna be there. She's gonna be there.
She's gonna be there every Saturday. Another thing, which is this is a good platform. Since I have the space on Saturdays, I've been lining up different entrepreneur friends to have a table, and so they can have a table and bring their products at the store. Oh, wow. As well, so everybody can shop together and we promote each other, and everybody, has some. Oh yeah, the bath bombs. There's a good bath bomb. There's a good bath bomb. So on Saturdays, the upcoming Saturdays, I have a designer. She's also from the Gary area. She's also a teacher. Her name is her last name is Macklin.
Get out of here! Are you serious? Yeah. You pull Miss Macklin in too?
Yeah.
Right. You have the bamboos there too?
Which ones?
The bamboo plants.
Oh, no, I don't have bamboo plants.
Oh, I love those.
I have those on our farm. My family has a farm in Florida. My dad has planted a lot of bamboo.
I love those.
Yeah. And so
we call them money plants. The thing around the bamboo plants is you can't buy them for yourself. If someone gives them to you, then you'll get money.
Okay, I have a couple money plants at home. They got really good. They've grown a lot this last year.
Hey, I got a couple of guys I call money plants. All right?
Oh yeah.
You even have the lipstick, the matte lipstick.
Yeah, I'm gonna be having a couple new colors coming out this fall, so we're working on that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a lipstick kit, and so those went over pretty well. The colors were pretty nice. They were vibrant and they're smooth, and people enjoy them, and I enjoy them too.
Huma, this is fantastic. You know, I know we spoke about this a long time ago.
To
see this,
I wasn't ready, Greg. You're like, come on, let's do a video. I'm like, I'm not ready.
I was just gonna ask, why are you just now coming on? Why are we just now hearing about it? Like, you're right next door.
Yeah, I'm like right here. I mean, it's hard to, like I said, it's like you're running all aspects of the business, and I'm probably lacking in promotion. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like, and at the same time, maybe I wasn't ready, for, when I have one employee. She's a near and dear. She's a former student. Greg, you probably know her, Miss Simone Glass.
Get out of here.
Yes, sir. She's been working with me and for me for the last year. And so she's, a former. So once again, tapping back and working with former students for me because I trust her. You know what I mean? And we're in alignment. And so she's been working with me the last year.
Yeah. That's what's up. Hey, we want you to hang out if you can, okay?
Sure.
We got another powerful entrepreneur.
Okay.
Marcy, give us her credentials real quick.
Okay. We're going to welcome Charbria Shine again. She's a singer, songwriter, author, minister, motivational speaker, playwright, dancer, and some more stuff, etc., etc.,
Wow.
Another Jamaican?
I knew he was going to say that.
Woman. She's a phenomenal woman. She's got books out about living single while you're waiting. And now, even though she was always fulfilled while she was single, she's now a newlywed. And she still speaks to singles and married women, motivating them to be the best that they can be.
Man, beautiful, powerful. Look, hey, Huma, all of y'all turning me on, not in a bad way. I'm just saying, you guys are turning me on because I love women. They'll tell you, I love to see
we know
on this show. Man, let's welcome Charbria to the show. What's going on, Miss?
Hi.
Hello.
Hey,
Charbria Shine.
Man, I just feel so much power in the room.
oh
my gosh.
Hey, that whole bottom row. Women who are doing things, man. I love it. Charbria, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm just loving the fact that I'm the only man on here right now.
You gotta soak it up, right?
I'm a soak it, man, like a dirty dish rag. You know I am. You know I am. But hey, Charbria, tell us a little about yourself.
Sure. I currently am an author, speaker, and a producer. And so I'm just really excited. Right now, currently, I do speak. I do have a ministry called Single and Satisfied. And so we go from city to city doing single woman empowerments. And my podcast is Max Out Girl, YouTube channel, just encouraging women to max out in every area of their life. And right now, I'm an author as well. But right now, I have a play coming up in October entitled Single Woman Chronicles that I'm directing and acting in. Cool. So I'm excited about that.
Wow, that's what's up.
Yes.
That's going to be where it.
the Living Hope.
Living Hope Church in Indiana, October 23rd.
I received the flyer from Nikki.
Oh yeah, Nikki.
And I passed it around to everybody on the panel. I'm getting my ticket, so make
too.
sure before you leave off, you tell us how to get our tickets.
Of course, for sure.
And, you know, we love, you know, and I'd say Gina's the champion of this. Whenever we have entrepreneurs on here, anybody that's trying to do something, Gina's probably one of the first ones to buy their products, do whatever they're going to do. So we do support on DopelivenTV Live. So your journey, man, you know, you got this going on right now. You're out there, you're singing, you're dancing, you're Jamaican. How did you get this started?
Yes, of course. Well, as far as the singing, dancing, and acting, that's actually my background. So I have a musical theater background. I've been doing that all my life. But as far as the speaking and author and all that stuff, I never thought I would write a book or that I would actually be speaking. It actually birthed just through me being single. There was a time where I hated being single. I was 25, 26, I was 30, I was still single. And so I started blogging about it. And then I started the Single and Satisfied movement. And from there, I actually birthed my book right here, Single and Satisfied, The Single Woman's Guide to Fulfillment. And I thought it was just a blog post, but it continued. Like, it never stopped. So I was like, okay, this is not a blog post. This is a book. And it just kept pouring out of me. And so, yeah, for years, I've just been speaking through my YouTube channel, podcasts, in person, at churches, conferences. And then I wrote the play. And so I wrote it 2 years ago, well, right before COVID. And so we were going to do it last year, but we waited till, things got a little bit better. And so we're doing it this year. So.
Wow.
Awesome. I can't wait.
I'm excited. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good night. Yeah.
Y'all something else. Is that what it is? Single and Satisfied?
Yep, Single and Satisfied.
Y'all something else. They wouldn't let me crawl it, so I'm gonna put it up there now and then. So as you're doing this, all right. I mean, you got a Single and Satisfied show, correct?
No, Single and Satisfied book, and then a ministry, online ministry. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but now you as you're working through this, you become married and satisfied.
Yes, now I am married for 2 years in August, so I'm excited about that. Newlywed. So some people thought that I would stop the movement after I got married, but it's in my heart to encourage single women, and they wanted to know like the journey. Being a newlywed. Like, I was so strong in my singleness about being whole and satisfied. So they're like, okay, now how is that being married, being a strong woman, being very satisfied, being independent? How is that transition? So I'm still sharing the journey and encouraging those singles not to settle for less, because we see that a lot, and to wait on God. So
absolutely. And that's the thing, Charbria, you have the experience of being single, and now you're married, and those experiences you brought into your marriage, I'm sure. But then there's still those individuals, those young ladies who are still single, who need to hear the story that you went through, so that they can go into a marriage prepared and ready for longevity.
Yeah. I've known Charbria for quite a while, a few years now. And the funny part about it is, I remember one day she just announced, I really like me. When people, you have a lot of women saying, oh, I want to be married. And she just announced, she said, I enjoy myself. I like me. I like being single. And I'm good right here. I'm good right here. And it was funny because it was not long after that she met her husband.
Yeah, it was shocking. Like, to my family, even to me, because I was like, I had finally was satisfied. Like, I may not get married, and that's okay. Like, I'm walking in purpose. I'm doing things that I feel like I'm supposed to do, in this earth. And then not too long after, out of the blue, comes my husband, and I'm like, "Are you sure, God?" Because but it's amazing, because he's such a great compliment to what I do, and I'm a compliment to what he does. And one thing for me that was a concern was, because I was already walking in my purpose, was, okay, now is this person going to want me to completely change? And that's something that I was very adamant about. Like, okay, we need to be equally yoked, and our vision for our future needs to line up, and that was so important. So God blessed me in that. So we work really well together.
So I'm over here grinning because, okay, you strong and single, and you're by yourself, and you're doing your thing, okay, and all of a sudden this dude come.
Yeah.
This dude come along.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, does it didn't weaken you? Mm-hmm. Okay, but my question is, from a man's standpoint, I got this woman who's all of this. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with that? How can I compete with that? How can I get to this woman? And he must be a very, very, very strong and deserving brother, because he got you.
Yeah. Well, I would say not to compete with it. He embraces it and he compliments it, and I compliment him. And the great thing about it is, I feel like when you're a strong woman, you don't mind submitting or partnering with someone who is a great leader, who encourages you. Like, he's my biggest cheerleader. So I don't mind
go.
preferring him because he loves me, he prefers me. And when I tell you, like, he's my biggest cheerleader, he really pushes me to go after my goals and dreams. And so because of that, you know, I don't mind the whole compromise, because we know marriage, there's compromise, but we're not selfish. Like, we ebb and flow. So there are some seasons where, okay, he's traveling. There's some seasons like, okay, I got to put a little pause on it. I got to do a little this or that. But we really respect each other's purpose, and we really just want to see the best for each other. So to be honest, he's not intimidated by my strong personality. I would say the biggest thing for me in being single and strong would be just to know that in the marriage now, it's not just me, right? There's another person to consider. So whereas you can, to a certain extent, you know, be a little bit more selfish in your singleness. It's not really selfishness, but you're just focusing on you, right? You and God. But now in this marriage, it's like, okay, it's not just me and God. Now it's me, God, and my husband. So just being very conscious of considering him, and also knowing when to take a break. Okay, because I'm super ambitious, super busy all the time. And to say, okay, in our marriage, we need someone, even in the 2 years, short time, to just have discernment and wisdom enough to say, okay, slow down a little bit, focus on your first ministry, which is your marriage. So we I don't know, we complement each other. And I think just having that personal relationship with Christ and letting the Holy Spirit lead our lives, I feel like he'll let you know, like, okay, slow down. Okay. You know, so I don't know. It's just been, it's been a great, you know, journey so far.
So let me ask Huma the same question, the same scenario. Okay. Huma's married, and she started this business as, you know, before she started this business, I should say, she was married, and now he's there. How is the same situation faring for you?
It's very similar to what Charbria said. It's a partnership. It's, you know, I'm lucky that it has never been. It's not a competition, you know, because he's an educator as well. He's a principal at Chatham Academy High School, and he also teaches. He also has a stock market club, and he teaches individuals how to trade stocks. And so we have, you know, we have our businesses together. You know, I know how to trade stocks too, but that's something he took the lead in, and I kind of took the lead in with our store. So they're family companies. So when, you know, we have a little one, we have some older ones. And so, you know, we work together, and it's a partnership, and you have to know that all of this is for the greater good, and we're working towards freedom. And freedom is not necessarily trying to make money, but trying to make time. You know, it's like we're trying to make this money to gain our freedom and our time back. I'm lucky because today, what did I do? I was at the store, then I came home. I got to take my mom to the grocery shop. Me and my daughter and my mom were at the grocery shop, you know, just doing things and spending time together, which is so important. And so he's there always as a supporter. You know, anytime I'm like, oh, I need this clothing rack. My son, you know, helped me and picked it up out. You know, he went and got it. My husband, you know, it's a family endeavor.
Yes.
You know, and it's all for the greater good. And so if that wasn't the case, then we would not be the case.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely. And Tree, I want to ask you the same question. After you unmute. No, can't do it. Okay, well, Tree, we get back to you. Okay, so and thank you, Huma, for that. So, Charbria, so now that you're married, you got the single woman still trying to keep the single women on track. Right? Yeah. Now you got this play. You got to play. On there, I see you holding back the women. All right. On the flyer, I see you holding them back. How important is it to you to make this transition from the books, from the podcast, to an actual play? How important is that transition for you?
Oh, it's extremely important because, to be honest, it was always the goal. Like I said, at heart, I'm an entertainer. So I've always known that I was going to do plays, shows, and honestly, TV. Like, that's always been the goal. So how I was going to get there, I didn't really know. I've been in a ton of other shows and some other movies and things, but I have never written them. This is my first one that I wrote. Well, I wrote other ones, but the first one that I'm actually doing for everyone. So it's so important because I feel like written word is really strong. Hearing songs, I write my own music. That's really strong. But to actually see the story come alive on a stage or on a movie, to me, that can reach so many different people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone doesn't like to read. Everyone doesn't like to listen to a podcast, watch a YouTube video. But some people are like, I'm going to a play or I'm going to watch a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I just want to encourage, inspire women in so many different areas, whether it's my written word, whether it's, you know, spoken word when I speak, whether it's in a movie or whether it's in a book. And so I'm just really excited to get this out, and it's going to be amazing because it's just going to be fun. We've had such a great time rehearsing and just getting the message out. So,
Have you found it hard to, or are you even trying to reach the men on your ministry, on your purpose?
I don't think it's hard because women always bring men. They're the ones that bring the men, they get them involved. I think if I was just doing an event for men, absolutely. But not really. But I will say that my focus is primarily women because I started ministering out of my personal struggles, out of my personal experience. Now that I'm married, me and my husband do talk to, you know, to the males and to the females as well. But that's still growing. Right now, primarily what I do is focused on the women.
Okay. All right. Man, I'm not going to let none of the other guys come on today.
Charbria, do you mind sharing what your husband does?
Oh, sure.
He does mentor males as well, no?
Yeah, so when I first met him, actually, he was a college basketball coach. And so he was a pro basketball player and owned his own pro team. So he actually was sports. But then he also was involved with youth ministry as well, as you're saying. But now that we're married, he actually is an author now and a speaker. And so we actually get the pre-COVID had the opportunity. We actually get to go into high schools and we get to talk to adults about healthy relationships, dating, marriage, and all those type of topics. So it's a blessing, and we get to do that together.
How do you get to the younger people? The people who are just starting out on this dating thing, the people who don't want to listen to anybody, they know everything. How do you get to them?
So what grades? Like middle school, high school?
I don't know.
Well, actually, for about a decade, I did that with middle school. I talked about healthy relationships, sex, abstinence, dating, abuse, and violence. So to be honest, it's not that hard because they're actually very curious at that age. They really want to know. And so I actually, years ago, actually had a YouTube channel for teens as well. And you'd be surprised that they actually want to listen because they have so many questions. So it's not hard. It's actually easier with them than adults.
And that's why I was just here to ask, because you have a lot of older single women out there as well that are stuck in their ways. And, so, he was asking, do they want to listen? But then you have the older ones who know everything and then look at you at your young age and they're like, she can't tell me anything.
Exactly.
So how do you deal with both?
So for one, it's a downside that I look really young. So when I say like I'm almost 40, they don't believe it. So I always, some women don't tell their age. I always have to tell my age because they're like, you look 12 or 16 or 20, So you'll be shocked that yes, I'm prejudged, but once I begin to talk to them and kind of just share my experience, I just did a event, Single Woman Chronicles, empowerment in Fort Wayne, and there actually was older women there. I was shocked there was a lot more older women than, younger women, and they actually listened. And I think that, when you come from genuineness and just being raw, because I'm very blunt and just being very transparent, and I think people can see your heart. I think, you are prejudged at first, but I feel like they can see your heart. And of course, you're going to have those that just don't want to listen. You can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just grinning over here. So,
it's like one of my babies.
It's almost 8 o'clock because Greg get raw after 8.
I don't do that right now.
So let me. Woo, boy. So I'm okay. Say I'm a single dude, right?
Okay.
And so one of the women just has happened to listen to all of the, I'll call it wisdom that you've given them, right?
Okay.
But we out there, okay? And the moment has come.
Okay.
And she throws up, well, Charbria told me to wait 90 days.
Okay.
Charbria ain't gonna tell you that.
I'm not gonna tell you that.
Is that really practical, a 90-day fast on sex?
Okay. So I think it depends on where you are and what you want. Me and my husband waited till marriage to have sex. So it varies.
90 days?
No, we actually never had sex until marriage. So it's practical if that's what you want and you're willing to do what it takes. But it depends on what you want. So if you don't want that, look at him over there shaking. If you don't want that, then it's not practical because that's not your desire. So if, you got to be on the same page. So if like you want to have sex and she don't want to have sex and nobody's willing to compromise, it won't work. So somebody's gonna have to compromise for it to work.
But do you think that's going to ruin the process?
The process of dating?
The process of getting to the altar.
Which having sex or what? Waiting. What's your question?
That 90-day fast, and say you broke the 90-day fast.
Mm-hmm.
Would that change the? I mean,
well,
in your
it's definitely going to change the dynamic of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it depends on the two people. Some people, if that was really their heart's desire to wait, for them, it might ruin it and it's all thrown out the window. Like, oh, this sucks now. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be with him because it just depends on the person. I've seen people that wanted to not have sex, had sex, they still got married. It didn't, but then there's some people that were like so torn up about it that even though they really love the person, they couldn't get over it. So I think it depends on the person's personal convictions. Because some people are like, yeah, we made a mistake. I didn't make it to my 90 days, but I still love you. I want to marry you, So I think it depends.
He said, I got the cow and the milk, so the was
I
over.
hope nobody would do that. I hope nobody would do that. I hope if they, love the person, they'll still marry them.
So what is the purpose? What is your message?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so to singles, my message is to just not settle for less than God's best and focus on wholeness for yourself, loving yourself, knowing yourself before you're so focused on love. Because I talk to so many single women, they can't be alone with themselves. They barely stand themselves. And then they rush into a relationship with a man that's probably not right for who they are. And then, unfortunately, they end up being with this person to realize this isn't a healthy relationship or the right person for them. So when you know who you are, you love yourself, you won't settle for less and you won't compromise your values or whatever your goals are in life. You won't compromise that just to be with someone. So I just want them to just love themselves, know who they are. And then that way, when they're ready, they'll know when it's the right person, but not be afraid to say no when it's the wrong person.
Y'all hear that? Ooh, boy. We are talking with entrepreneurs. We're talking with some beautiful, strong, entrepreneurial women here on DopelivenTV Live today. And we love it when that happens, all right? And especially, now we've had a lot of entrepreneurs on here, but, and I'm not saying this to be derogatory or anything, but it just, to me, wasn't as convincing as what we have right here, I'm just saying, they can talk and do this and glam up and glam this and do all of this stuff, but I'm sitting here like I'm ready, because I'm a comedian. I got jokes ready for you because something you said didn't like with me right here, okay? But right now, I can't find any jokes because these women are genuine, man.
Yes.
This is a I'm not gonna say a first. Yeah, I'm gonna say a first. This is a first. Nothing against the other ladies and gentlemen that have been on here, but we love clear, concise, adult conversation, but coming from people who can accurately tell what their business is. And you guys are doing that greatly.
Yes.
So Huma, let me get back to you.
Yes, sir.
So is that, as you're doing your biology, you're making these products.
Right.
Is it restrictive to, do you have products that are restrictive to just younger people or older people? Do you guarantee your work?
I think the proof is always, for me, in the reviews. When you come back and let's say, there's a phenomenon, so-called new fad. It's not a new fad. It's because celebrities have been endorsing it recently for women. It's called yoni steams or vaginal steams. And
I'm listening.
Are you listening? Are you listening? And womb wellness, if you want to call it womb wellness. Women have actually been doing yoni steams or vaginal steams for forever, since time has been there. That's how we are here now, because women have always known how to take care of themselves. And so the basis of the yoni steams is knowing what herbs do what. And so one example is, I have a fertility yoni steam for women who are looking to get pregnant. And the particular herb in there is red raspberry leaf. Red raspberry leaf is a herb that helps the pelvic floor wall, helps strengthen, your uterus to carry a child. And so I have had a lot of women get pregnant using the fertility steam. So I don't make any claims, but the things are happening. You know what I mean? You can't put a claim and say this and that because somebody may be stressed or somebody may be, there's different life situations.
I've been in meetings all day. I didn't get a chance to.
The eczema butter works.
Mute out, Gina.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The eczema butter works. You see children's skin healing, when you see the pictures. I have a neighbor who stopped by who had this thing on her arm. She walks by every day, like with her dog. We just see her. I don't know her personally. She stopped by the store. I gave her a card. She's like, look, my arm is healed. She was just really excited. And so between the reviews, I can't say because everything is not across the board for everybody, but for certain people, most of us leave the chemicals alone and the natural products will heal you because that's what we are. You know what I mean? It's like we've gotten so far away from natural products and natural healing practices, so far away from meditation and family life that, there's just a lot of stress. And the one thing I tell people is, did you relax? Did you meditate? Did you give thanks when you woke up this morning? These are small things that every day when you wake up, be thankful that you woke up because there's millions of people in the world that didn't wake up.
It's a blessing.
And so I can't say that everything works for everybody, but the reviews stand for themselves. The reviews are at the bottom of the website. You can't get everybody to do reviews, but the people that do, I have a customer who has she has a neurological disorder, and she has been taking one of the drinks that I make. It's called Golden Milk Mix. It's an Ayurvedic traditional Indian drink. It's turmeric, it's ginger, it's black pepper, and cinnamon. It's a dry mix. You mix it with almond milk because we're trying to stay away from the dairy, right? Because dairy causes mucus, and it's it's kind of gross. It has helped her with her disorder. And she has been buying the Golden Milk Mix to send to people. I mean, she places orders to send to people, family in Florida. She sends gifts, and she does it all through my company because she believes in the product and she knows that it works for her. And so she just sends it constantly. I get an order. Oh, it's Miss Sherry. Miss Sherry is sending out orders to this. I just sent out an order to Florida from her to, from a gift from her. And so the products, they work. They work.
That's what's up. Let's get back to the cooking of the vagina products.
Okay.
You got vagina cooking products?
Yes, it's a steam. It's a steam. So for me, where it actually came from, after I had my daughter, my cramps got really bad, like in life. I had a natural childbirth, did things. Okay, you an adult. It's okay. You can listen. Anyways, so I had to find a natural method. And as I started to study herbs and I started to study, different practices, I came upon yoni steaming. And as I read up, I'm reading the herbs and what the benefits of the herbs are. And I started to create my own blend and do them. And then my cramps are gone. I don't have cramps. So for some women, the fibroids are such a problem for so many women. As women came in and as we have conversations, I would say about 90% of the women that I spoke to have fibroids, and they're painful. And the doctors, what this medical community push on women of color and Black women is just have a hysterectomy. And they push that on them. And they don't give them an alternative. They don't tell them to change their diet. They don't tell them to get rid of stress in their life. They just push a hysterectomy, which is a major surgery for women. I had a client who was 28 years old, and the doctors told her, instead of, giving her alternative routes, have a hysterectomy at 28. Mm-hmm. After that, at 28, she couldn't have children. Your whole uterus is gone. You know what I mean? So this is what, instead of going, what'd you say?
I don't know what you mean, but
yeah, they're removing your entire womb, and they're pushing this major surgery on women instead of, changing and going into healthy practices. And this is what the medical community is doing instead of trying to figure out a different route. And so, the fibroid steam for these women have really been helping. I had a customer who came in and she actually had an ultrasound before and then an ultrasound after, and her fibroids shrank because of the steam. And so I've been hearing it and seeing it with my clients over the last 3 and 4 years. And so, yes, and I have a multiple variety of steams. And yes, the steams, there's one called the juicy fruit, Greg, that this is what you're alluding to. Mm-hmm. There is one for fibroids, which has really helped women with fibroids. There's a postpartum healing one that has herbs that are like chamomile and candula that help soothe after birth, right? So there's different varieties, and I've created these different blends to combat different issues that women have.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me jump to the other side over here.
Okay.
So Charbria, I keep saying it wrong. Charbria, do you consult people, singles, on what you do?
Yeah. So within the Single and Satisfied movement, we do. So if people want to reach out or have any questions, we absolutely do. Mm-hmm.
So
usually I do, just to make it easier. If we get enough questions about a topic, we just make a video, we put it on YouTube, or we share it within the group.
Mm-hmm. Anita says the steam is relaxing and soothing. She slept amazing afterwards.
She came in. I have a yoni steam spa at the boutique, so
What you
wow.
do?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna go get a yoni. No, I can't get a yoni steam.
I've actually had a guy come in. There, we can talk about that later.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. The guy came in for a yoni steam.
No, not a yoni steam. Now men have testicular cancer, and so it's a different steam for men.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later.
Okay.
All right, but Charbria, so
like, oh Lord,
I come in to get my yoni steam.
Well, that's exactly what it was like. Okay.
Oh, hallelujah.
So Charbria, as you are there any, like, when you get the negative feedback, or do you get negative feedback from the teachings that you try to get out there?
Of course you do. With anything you do, you're going to get negative feedback. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So what do you do when you get the negative feedback? Do you ignore it, or do you really look at it and act on it?
Mm-hmm. It just depends. Like, if it's something that I can really address, I never clap back, because that's not where I'm there. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give attitude back. That's not what I'm here for. Mm-hmm. But I really do try to see what they're saying from a non-judgmental standpoint and help them, and address it, because everybody comes from different walks of life, different convictions. So I absolutely try to help people. And then you do have people that are just coming for you just to come for you. And then I ignore that and delete it. So I have no time for that.
I think you have to, at some point, you got to discern what's good feedback and what's bad feedback.
Yeah.
And sometimes even the negative feedback is helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at least that's what in my business, that's what the negative feedback really drives me. So now we're getting to this play again. Is it like a and I see the 3 women. Is it a full cast?
Yeah. So it's 9 of us. One person plays 2 roles. And so it's a full cast, not a big cast, but it is a full cast, but they are the 3 main characters. So you're going to follow these 3 girls or 3 women, and you're going to see them go through different relationships and situations that's going to challenge their self-worth, identity, their faith, and just even their friendship. So it's pretty interesting. They're all at different age. You have a 29-year-old obsessed with getting married before she's 30. Then we have a 39-year-old who's like, girl, you ain't going to beat me to the altar. I'm almost 40. And then you have the one that's 35. She like, I'm no damn so distressed. Look, I'm doing my own thing. I'm living my life. I don't need no man. So you have different personalities in it. It's really funny. You'll see the contrast of the 3 girls, the 3 women. And so, yeah, it's some interesting women in there. And there are men too, Greg. There are men in it too, just for you. There are actually some men in there as well. So you're going to get a variety. So you're going to get a little bit of dancing. You're going to get some singing. You're going to get some real talk monologues. Some real blunt, real punch you in the gut monologues, but it's going to be good. It's going to be a good time. Some humor, some fun times, some empowerment. Yeah, entertainment. So.
Y'all got to go see this. Got to go see it.
I'm going.
Yes. I'm going too. Marcy and I are going together.
Yes. Do we have a flyer or something that we can put up or anything regarding or no?
Let me see. Well, the website is charbria.com. They can go there to get it. As far as a flyer.
Hold up, Charbria.
Okay.
Greg got that look.
No, I don't have it yet. But no, it's not. Don't pay attention.
What's that look?
No, it's no look.
No, it's like he might have one available. No,
I am trying to get it up.
Okay.
It's 8, y'all. Hold on, ladies. It's 8:00. I get a little different after 8.
Yeah, he does.
That's when the moon is full.
So I'll have to do this again. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Having said that, okay, it's about to go down. But no, I'm trying to get the
flyer
up, as well as some of the pictures of some of the Nerd Natural product. Quit laughing, Charbria.
I'm sorry. Okay. Well, the website is charbria.com. They can go get tickets there.
Okay. Charbria.com.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to let the ladies do their thing. They got some questions for you guys while I work on getting these pictures and all of that stuff up there. So, ladies, handle your business.
Wow, I'm just really, like I said, just feeling all of this strength and power. I just love to hear not just women, but Black women who are successful. And you guys are doing things to help other people. This is something that we need in our community. So I really appreciate all of you that's on the panel tonight. This is awesome.
And I love the fact that all three at the bottom are married. They're supporting, husbands and wives are supporting each other. I love it. I love it. I love it. Charbria, what are some of the changes from being single and being married that you've?
Consideration. Like when I was single, there was a freedom that I had to consider no one other than God, right? And so, as I tell you, I'm ambitious. I was just running, doing my own thing. I spent my money the way I want to spend it, and I like to spend money, y'all.
He does.
And so just even that freedom too, sometimes I laugh about it all the time, but sometimes the season of being like, I am not cooking. I ain't cooking. I'm eating out every day. I'm going to be a little messy, leave a little laundry. I'm not looking good today. Like just that freedom just be a bum sometimes. So now I just, obviously there's freedom to relax. Life is life, right? So you can't be perfect all the time, but just that difference. And there's someone to consider. Even when you leave work, you come home, there's still another human being that you have to consider. And for me, I would say that is the major thing, having someone to say, hey, what do you think about this? And they may actually have an opinion that's not like mine. And so that was an adjustment because I'm just used to doing what I want, when I want, how I want.
Okay. And that was the same with you, Huma, or has it been different?
It's the same. It's the same. And then like motherhood is like a whole other layer. Like, I have my daughter at like 35. And so some people would consider, they actually said it was a geriatric pregnancy, which was like insane. I'm like, what the heck?
I think they started 35 with saying that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, but it is. It's like, life changes immensely. It's like all of a sudden you are not in the front, anymore. It's not about you, it's the baby show. And so, she's 4 now. And so the consideration, and just like you, Charbria, like, when I was single and I'm like, I want to go on vacation. We going on girls trips to the Dominican. I'm not worried. I have my own house. I have a career. I had my whole upstairs was it was my closet. I turned into a walk-in closet.
Ask me who else is like that. I'm not going to, wait a minute, which way? That way. That way. Down there. Over there.
And so like now I'm like, I guess I shop on Amazon because it's easier to just get stuff delivered to the house than, it's like things really, really change. And just like you said, we had a conversation today. I'm like, I went and got groceries. I'm like, okay, now I have to come home and cook. I have to cook dinner. I cook dinner every night. You know, like my husband today, I was like, look, I have the show, so he cooked dinner tonight. You know what I mean? So, but we are both working. Just because I'm at home, I'm still running a business, and so there has to be some type of balance. Like we still, you know, still there. Okay, pack lunch for him in the morning, or you know, with dinner, and take it to go, you know, for work for the next day. These are certain things, and small things and considerations that you have to do, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know?
And Charbria, didn't you used to teach as well? Were you a teacher?
Yeah, I used to go into the schools and teach the relationship program.
Okay. Because she was a teacher. Huma was a teacher as well.
Yeah, for about 14 years. For 14 years. Yeah. For a nice long time.
Okay.
So my question is for both of you, do either one of you have a 9 to 5?
So when I first got married, I did not. I quit my job and moved where he was living, and for 6 months did just what I wanted to do. So now we're moved back to our hometown, and yes, now I have a 9 to 5 and run a business. Yeah. So.
What about you, Huma?
I was able to actually leave my 9 to 5, which was education. Like I said, I taught for 14 years as a high school teacher, in the last about 3 years as an admin. I left that completely to run my store, my online store. And then now I have a physical location, which is the boutique. And so I ship nationwide, and we have the store. We're trying to get some more hours situated. That's, you know, it's difficult in the beginning because, like we said, we're still trying to get the word out. People are like, how come we don't know about this? Be like, I'm trying. It's hard. You know, you can only do so much Facebook, and you could do only so much Instagram, and, you know, all the things that come along with it when you're like a 2 to 3 man team, you know, because the finances have to be there, right? It's like you find out you're like, a mailer costs $500. Like, I'm just gonna get on Facebook because it's, you know, like, what do you do?
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, I was fortunate enough after I had my daughter to leave education, and it was getting to the point where I was done.
Yeah,
you know, I loved it. I was really good at it. I loved my students. My students loved me. I'm an excellent teacher. I was an excellent teacher, but it was getting to the point where children were. My patience wasn't there, you know, and I'm like, and I always said that if your patience is not there as a teacher in the classroom, it's time to leave. And it's time to, I always say I retired myself. So I left.
That's all.
I agree. Yeah. And I was with middle school, and right before I got married, I was kind of done. So I don't do that anymore. It was a lot.
Middle school is very difficult.
Yeah.
Extremely difficult.
Yeah.
I have to talk to my granddaughter teachers about that. She's middle school.
It's the hardest. I think it's the hardest age. The 7th and 8th grade is the hardest age to teach.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're set in their ways, and it's like they're getting to the point where they're thinking that they're grown, kind of like.
Exactly.
And I went to the high school, and I was like, it was a little bit better because they kind of listen a little bit.
Yes.
And if you kind of threaten and not threaten a little bit, they kind of, with me, they listened because I, you know, like I said before, I just told them, look, I got a pension check. I can come after you. You know? I'm like, this is a fun job here. You know, so, but, you know, but they realize that that I love them. And whatever I was saying to them was for their benefit, and that I was looking out for them. And because I believe in the community and the village raising the children, and they you know, I still keep in contact with a lot of them still.
Yeah. It's a lack of that, you know, it's a severe lack of that just in community in general.
Yeah.
Threats. I don't get the threats.
You
just said you threaten your children.
No, the way I threaten them, I kind of a little bit threaten, like pull your pants up, take your hat off, stop the profanity, get off that girl's derriere, you know, things. That's the threat, you know, like look, you know, when they look at me, I'm like, look, I'm old school. Don't, I'm not playing with you. And they straightened up. That's the type of threat.
Yeah.
Like, stop. You know, we're not having that, you know, over here in front of me. Yeah. And they listen. It got to the point where after being there like 6 months, I really didn't have to say much. The kids would be like, they all called me grandma. This is grandma's line over here. This is where she is. She doesn't put up with that. You don't point. Like I worked in the food service. You don't point. You speak to her. There's no, no, give me this and all. You know, there would be respect. And even as I walked through the halls, there was respect, and they like, here comes grandma. You know, we can't do this. And at the games, even when I was off and I was going to the football games and the basketball games, you know, they listen and they like that.
Yeah.
They like that.
So Charbria, you're not teaching now, right?
No, so I have like a 3-year contract. It's really 2 years now. We did the first year. And so that me and my husband go into the high schools and just teach a few lessons about relationships, sex, and reaching their future goals and dreams. So, yep.
I like that. It's like a tag team.
It is. And it goes right with what we do. So it doesn't necessarily feel like a 9 to 5 because it's not really, you know, we get to go in and come out. But I definitely agree with Huma. Did I say your name right? I want to make sure I get it right.
Huma with the H.
Huma. Okay, yeah. Pretty. That, you know, when we start having children, yeah, I won't be doing that anymore. I'm going to focus just on my business and my kids. Yeah. But we do enjoy it and we love doing it together. So it's awesome right now. Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
What I want to say is the reason I'm so geeked about the two of you is, one, I love natural. That's something that I've been practicing for about 6 or 7 years. And so when you said I have the natural this and that, I'm like, oh, really? My eyebrows just went up. So I love that. I do the mints, the natural vegetables in my food.
Yeah.
I know I could do a little bit better, but I can proudly say that I do a lot of natural foods and things like that.
Yeah.
And with Charbria, it is something that our youth, our female youth, our young ladies really need someone like that to guide them and get them on the right track. We don't have enough of you, Charbria. And this is something that I really appreciate, the fact that she takes time out of her day, not just the young ladies, but ladies in general, because we know what it's like to date. And we know what it's like to be single and feel like, well, I'm the hag or the old maid here.
Yeah.
Everybody else is booed up and I'm single here. So we know how that can also put pressure on you.
Yeah.
And just what she's doing, you know, it's just amazing. It's just amazing what the both of you are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing work. I'm so happy that you guys took the time out to come and hang out with us. Charbria got this thing going on, y'all. It's called Charbria Woman. All right, she got this thing on. That's a lot of play, y'all.
Single Woman Chronicles.
Yeah.
Y'all might want to come see it. It's the Single Woman Chronicles. It's a stage play, and I think it's going to be something that's going to be really exciting. I think it's going to be very informative, and I think people need to come see it. Y'all need to come check it out. It's
October 23rd, ladies.
Yes,
definitely.
When I saw the plugger, I was like, man, I'm in there. I'm in there.
Hey, you see how she hold them other ladies back. They got something to say too. And Uma, what is this?
That is a brown sugar body scrub.
Okay.
Those are good. I have one of those scrubs.
Body scrub.
So you
have to check it out.
It's a what now?
It's a body scrub. It's for exfoliation of the skin. And it's so natural, you could eat it.
I never ate it though.
I've seen it before. It tastes good. Well, I have the lip scrub.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I'm vegan, and so we've gone natural. So I love this kind of stuff. I have to check her website out.
Yeah.
I get tired of making stuff, so I'm gonna check you out.
Charbria, you're gonna be putting husband gonna come home from a hard day of work. You got soap on the dish. Baby, this is my soap, and this is my soap, and we're gonna eat. We're gonna dine tonight. Huma's body scrub, because it's edible.
Not Why not? I caught my husband in the lip scrub when he was doing it, so it is good.
Yep. But you know, if are you local, Charbria? Are you in Indiana, Northwest Indiana?
Yep.
Yeah. It, like I was saying earlier, I think it was before you came on Saturdays I have different entrepreneurs. So if you want to set up like on a Saturday at the shop to just like hand out flyers or something, we could definitely connect.
That'd be cool. We'll connect for sure.
Yeah, I'm in Hammond, so I'm right on Indianapolis.
Yeah, I'm not too far at all from there.
Okay.
Do you have the plugger, Greg?
I just showed it to you.
Show it again.
But before I do that, I got to take time out and just say, look, you know what? While you guys are doing what you're doing, okay, I know you got to stay hydrated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all I need y'all to do is just go get you some get core water, okay, because it is perfectly balanced pH purified water. And yes, I found another reason, y'all. And once it's empty, this is core is actually doing their part for the environment, because this is a 100% recycled plastic. Okay, so you can throw this away and it'll come back as weave hair. All right,
you know what?
What?
It'll come back. It'll come back.
Don't try to figure him out. No,
synthetic glue. It'll come back as a replacement heel for you when you break your heels. Okay, I'm telling you, it's recyclable. So y'all go get your core. All right,
Huma, you will learn. No,
I've known Greg for many years, so I already know. I already know.
Trust me,
special.
He know about that though. Okay, so since Gina getting ready to make me do this, not that I don't want to, Charbria. I do. Okay. This is the hey, Charbria, why you looking like that in the picture there?
You'll see if you come see the play. I got something to say. She got a little attitude.
All of them got attitude. Look at them. All of them got attitude.
What's that? October 23rd at the Living Hope Church, Crown Point, Indiana.
Yep, Maryville, Indiana. Yep.
Maryville, Indiana. Mm-hmm.
Now, how is this going to be at a church?
They have a theater. They have a huge stage.
So it's not is it a religious play?
There's some faith in it. There's faith-based, but it's going to reach everybody. But they don't discriminate in who can run out there. Their facility.
Yeah, right.
Give me my money. You got the money? Come on through.
They don't discriminate in it.
Will there be drinks?
No.
Come on with it.
We can't have anything in
Starbucks or something.
That's what's in that core bottle.
Yep. Oh yeah. It probably is, right?
Thank you, Huma. That's an extra.
It's actually going to be at a theater, but since COVID, all the theaters shut down.
We know what's in there.
Charbria, is it just the 3 ladies in the cast?
No, so it's 9 cast members. Those are the 3 main characters. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. You're going to see a lot of different other cast members. You'll see the main character's mother in it. You'll see.
What do you play?
3. I play the main character Kira, who was the 29-year-old obsessed with marriage. So, Go figure, right? Obsessed with marriage, want to get married. Yep. So you'll see her struggle. She's a little depressed because she's still single. Her 30th birthday. So yeah, you'll see her evolve though throughout the show.
Well, you can thank Nikki for turning me on to this, because she plugged it for you. And she sent it. She put it on her page, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Nikki, this is awesome. I'm like, this play, it should be a packed house for this play. Yeah, it really should. And I'm sure it's going to send a message.
Yes.
As much as she's paying for the stage, it better be a pack.
What? Yeah, me and Nikki went to high school together.
Who's Nikki?
Nikki was on the show. Was it last week or week before last? Nikisha. What? Nikisha?
All right, shout out to Nikisha. I don't remember who she was, but shout out to Nikisha. I'm quite sure she gonna be there. She's gonna be
honest.
So tell us again, Huma, where we can find your Naturals.
Sure. So if you are not in the Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland area, I ship nationally. So NurNaturals.com. And then if you are and you would like to come visit, because I have a special thing at the shop, I have a custom body butter bar. So you can actually create your own body butter scents. I have a table, and that goes also with certain products in the store. I left them unscented, so you could create something really, really custom for yourself. So, as a sample, I have it's like a body glow oil. It's the Oshun body glow oil, and it's a rose and lemongrass scent. And everyone's like, oh my God, where is this? I'm like, no, this is my personal creation. I don't have all of the, but some people have created things like lavender and gardenia and lemon pound cake and vanilla, these combinations. All the oils are on a table in the middle. and you bring over the products, and then I show you how to create, because creation is important. And a lot of us don't get to create things. We, Charbria, you get to create in the sense on a stage and manuscripts, and a lot of people don't have that opportunity, or they don't have access to it, or they don't even know how to go about doing it. And so I always have found it to be an outlet. And so I wanted to have something in the store that was different, and that was something that an experience that people can take home with them. We also have I'm trying to bring in yoga classes, sound bowl meditation. We have a yoga class set up for the 26th of September. And so you could purchase those tickets. It's only space for 8 because we don't, because of COVID, we want to keep, small numbers of people, but there's about spaces for 8 people to come and do the sound bowl and yoga meditation class. So I'm trying to bring, a plethora of different things to the business.
And what are your hours of operation?
So the hours of operation, if you actually go to nornaturals.com, they're listed. So Monday and Wednesday, 1 to 4, Friday, 3 to 6 p.m., and then Saturday from 12 to 5. And if you sign up, if you are going to get a yoni steam, those hours are from like 12 to 6 daily, because I live close. I live very close. So if you have a yoni steam appointment, you can also like private shop, afterwards. So that's there as well.
Thank you. Also,
you're welcome.
Charbria, can you tell us again the information to the play, as well as some of the other things that you're doing? Your book, plug the book in as well.
Yes. So I guess I can show you another here. Single and Satisfied, The Single Woman's Guide to Fulfillment. I also have another book, The Single Woman's Dating Guide. So you can find all of that at charbria.com. Also, you can find out my podcast is there, Max Out Girl. All my music is there as well. My music channel, which is Charbria Music. The play, Single Woman Chronicles, is October 23rd, 2 p.m. in Maryville, Indiana. You can also find tickets there at charbria.com and just click on Single Woman Chronicles. And also Single Woman Empowerments we have. So everything, all my resources, YouTube channels, courses are on charbria.com. So hopefully we'll see you October.
Yes. I love that plugger. It just says so much.
Thank you.
What does it say?
What is that?
Look, the body movement.
Yes.
That body language. Mm-hmm. You don't read body language.
I was just asking you what it said. I'm trying to get educated myself.
No.
Not educated.
Please tell me what it said. But no, I think it's going to be very interesting. People, look, if you're not in town, we reach other people. You guys, if you're coming in town, y'all come and see this play. Who's filming the play for you?
We are going with a company. His name's Greg. No, his name's not Greg. It's George, but close enough.
Close enough.
That's not close at all.
That's funny.
Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. When Greg is around, I'm the only one you need.
Oh. See, Greg, I haven't done any advertisements yet.
I know you.
I didn't go with anybody yet. So
here's the thing: when you talk to Greg, it's generally going to be lower. The cost is going to be lower than what you're paying right now, because my cost is what, Gina? For people that we know, what's my cost, Gina?
No charge.
Oh man, my goodness, y'all just don't get it. But that's all right. I'll go ahead on and pay all of that money and let these guys come and film your stuff, and they're not gonna film it like Greg.
Well, you know what, Greg, Charbria now is part of our Dope Living family. She does know Greg, and he's been a brat again, Gina. Here we go. Look, been a brat.
So what are we doing here? Look, hey man, this is the brand right here. Mm-hmm. Naturals. Y'all got me working tonight, boy. For real, y'all got me working. Woo! Nerd Naturals. Make sure I love the. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't love it because she didn't get me to do this either, man. Look.
Do what? I didn't know. You had only talked to me about doing an advertisement or like a video. I hadn't done that yet.
But she hasn't done it yet.
I'm waiting on you now. Now I got a store. Now we can do an ad. I got the space now.
She did that.
I didn't know you did logos.
She did this.
Not do logos.
Do you do logos?
Huh?
You do not do logos.
I do logos. I do Galapagos. I do pogo sticks. I do anything.
He
Ogo.
does no-nos.
No.
Anything Ogo.
No goes.
Yeah, what's really in there though?
This is core water. It is perfectly balanced pH purified water. 100% recyclable bottle. I'm telling you, man, this is the stuff that, look, if you go through and you look at all of the waters, okay, you go from the best to the worst. Core is at number 10. There's a lot of waters out there. Core is at number 10 across the world. All right, get down, y'all. Most definitely get down. All right, ladies. I mean, it ain't about me and Core. That's my money. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, we are celebrating today, as well as as every time we get an opportunity to, strong women, entrepreneurs who are doing the thing, who's living their dreams unapologetically and making it happen, and creating an example for all younger, not just women, but young men that are coming up. Okay, we can do this too. You're showing these guys that, hey, it can be done. It can be done. It doesn't make a difference if you're a man. And this is a male-dominated world, all right? But you women are coming up, okay? This dude told me to tell y'all, help.
You know what?
Wow.
Terrible.
He said,
Oh my goodness.
Huma, let me see. Hold on, Huma. Where's my phone? Okay.
I can't help him.
No, wait a minute.
You can't. I'm telling you, you can't. I'm telling you, cannot.
No, sir.
Huma, hold on. Let me put his picture up while I do it. Huma, can you help my skin?
Oh,
no. That's something that's a higher purpose right there. I can't do that.
Do you have hair products?
He just texted
I
me
do
again.
have hair products. I have a excellent hair growth oil, and I am currently working on a shampoo, and then we will be working on a couple products afterwards. I have a couple products in line, so they're gonna fall into the line of the Offset hair growth oil. So it'd be the Offset shampoo, and then the Offset conditioner. I have to start doing a little bit of research. Like I said, with everything, like Greg said, I'm not a chemist, but we have to start doing a little bit of research and then start creating the products and the samples.
Okay.
You're doing a fantastic job. That's so impressive. You're doing a fantastic job with that.
Yes.
Let me ask you, and Charbria has to go in 3 minutes, so let me because my man gave me one more, so I got to put his picture up there. Charbria, can I act in your play?
No, I'm sorry. All spots are filled. Indefinitely.
Racist, discriminatory.
No.
Terrible.
I'm just telling you what he said. Okay? These are not my words. The views that are expressed on this Dopeline. Okay, Charbria, thank you. Huma, you got a second to hang out a little bit more?
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming on, Charbria. I'll be talking to you
We'll
soon.
see you. We'll see you in October.
See you then. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Love
Thank
you.
Love you.
Bye-bye, babe.
Bye.
She's
that was
awesome.
She is very precious.
Awesome.
Definitely. Awesome women that have been on the show today. You know, shout out to Tree and Tree Sweet Drinks.
Yes.
You know, awesome. As well as you and Gina as well, Marcella. So Huma, what's your long range term? What's your goals now? You got the store.
I have the store. My family has a farm in Florida, a mango farm in particular. So we have, yeah. So the long-term goal is to get that farm. My father has spent 20 years from just not having any, just raw land to building it up to 10 acres of mango. So now the next step is, how do we ship? How do we, all of these next things and so having Nor Naturals in the company has already kind of showed me how to create and ship. I know how to do packaging. I know how to, to do those things, but that would be the next step, is to incorporate Freedom Farms. That's our farm. Freedom Farms Utopia Freedom Farms is actually the name of the farm. Utopia Freedom Farms on Pine Island in Florida, and how to incorporate. So I have mango leaves, I have curry leaves in the store right now, right from our farm. And because of the COVID virus, we weren't able to get down, because usually we bring all of the mangoes up. But this year and the last year, we haven't been able to do that because the pandemic has happened and it's been a little bit difficult. But usually around this time of year, we have fresh fruit. So I'm looking to figure out how to find transportation, essentially. That's the next step. And then be back and forth, maybe possibly have a Newer Naturals location in Florida as well as up here. And so we would have 2 locations and kind of go from there. I really, 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 my dad has worked so hard his whole life. I want to retire my dad. Like, he just wants to work and work and work. And I want him to just like be the herbalist at the store. Cause my dad and my mom are very, they're very learned people. They're very, they're in their 70s, and, looking at my mom, you wouldn't know, like, my dad has white hair, but looking at my mom, you would not know how old the woman is. She's always doing yoga, and this is like a lifestyle, it's not like something new. It's not something, kind of just, fake, you know what I mean? This is what it really truly is. And so if I could really just retire my dad and bring him into the store, because my dad also, he has honey production in Hammond in Indiana. He has his bees, he churns his honey. We also have honey on the farm. So I want to retire my dad. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
Man, you got to get those mangoes here.
I do.
I have citrus allergies, and their mangoes, bananas, and apples are the only fruit I can eat, and watermelon.
Okay.
And I just absolutely love mango.
Oh my God. We have like about 10 or 12 different varieties. I mean, like, our mangoes are probably like, like you get the mangoes here, at the store, but the mangoes that we have, and there's just so many different varieties. We have Kent, and we have Alfonso, we have Kit, Nam Dak Mai, just a variety of different mangoes. We have star fruit, lychees and logans. We have jackfruit on the farm. So all of that stuff is there. It's just that transportation pieces, we got to get that,
We'll figure that out.
I'm trying to. I got to get people in the store, and one thing is funneling to another. So that's kind of like, I'm using the store to fund this, to fund the net. That's how it, as well as trying to make money off the stock market, all of that stuff.
You guys are doing big things.
We try. We are. We try to. We're trying to keep it up.
Again, I've known Huma for quite some time. And she's always been giving more of herself than she does to herself, which I love. I've always loved that about you. You're such a giving person, and I mean, I can appreciate you. I thank you for everything you did for my son, keeping him out of trouble.
Yeah, keeping him out of trouble. Because we all know how he was. Junior high student, and it was really cool to just see him, like, really. I'm like, oh my God, these kids are graduating and their careers, and now it's funny to see, like, some of these same children. Now these people are teachers. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. I have like grand students. Like, do I have grand students? It's like, it's really funny. Like, you remember, Sonny stopped by like 2 weekends ago. He brought his son and his wife in the store. They walked in. I was like, oh my God. It's such a joy to see them prospering and doing well. And I'm like, it's really good to see. It's really good to see.
As a teacher, I know, and I know this is a bit on the other side. Okay. You've seen these kids grow up and get married, Antonio's a football player.
Yeah.
Ricard, what's his name? The basketball player who has his own podcast. I forgot his name, but Marrero.
Okay.
You've seen all of these guys grow. Okay. But I know you've seen some losses as well. Some of these kids that have gone.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
it's terrible. I hate to see it, because you and a couple of the other teachers, and I'll say this, and I don't care if Bowman's watching, you guys kept those kids in line and kept that school together. You guys did that, all right. You
Yeah.
made sure that these kids knew that they had a family, that they could someone that they could talk to about things that they couldn't talk to their parents about. That you were able to talk to them and make sure that they understood. You told them to go ahead, make sure that you communicate this with your parents. But right now, since you're asking
Right
me,
now,
this is what I can tell you, and you guys did that, and I know you guys hurt when they hurt. You guys felt great and excited when they triumphed, but I know that hurt part because I know there's been several Thea Bowman students that have gone.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, and it's hard because like the more schools that you teach at, the more students, and it's difficult. It's
It's a terrible thing, but again, you shine, all right. And I knew this was going to be. I did know this was going to be because you were working too hard at this, and I remember there was a time when I was in town you invited me, your husband and yourself invited me to this lecture or seminar that you guys were giving about stocks. Okay, I'm a guy if and I should have done it, but if I don't, stocks is if it's too complicated for me to sit there and look at it, I can't do it.
Yeah. It's a long-term thing, but it's I did keep the children in line, and it's always interesting because I never had an issue, and I think that the conversation about children, like really seeing who you are when you're honest, and you're truthful. Kids can see you. Sometimes adults don't see you, but children, they not only will see you, but they will tell you, and they will tell other people that this is a teacher that I'm going to listen to, and you are going to be quiet in her class. And that's what would happen. Students would check each other. And so that was always, a really interesting thing to see, like you're going on with kids. I wouldn't even have to regulate anymore. They will regulate each other because we would talk about not just history, but how history affected us, what was really going on with them, and we went above and beyond because it's never about like lecturing, but it's like understanding the root of issues and the roots of problems and the discussing and coming up with a solution and then kind of going from there, because history can be really, really boring. It's just like, it wasn't about like memorizing numbers and dates, but it was like understanding concepts. And how concepts were never anything new, but things that were always repeated, and how there was always a solution. There's always a solution to be found and to be worked on, and bettering ourselves and really, truly understanding our history.
See, I can vouch for everything she's saying. That was the time when Jordan was in school. I was just coming off of doing my TV show, and I was able to come to the school and sit in his. I was there probably. They might have thought I was a student sitting in the rooms like that. Because I was always there. I always wanted to make sure that the teachers that my son had were effective. Right. And to this day, I don't think they truly appreciated this lady here. I don't think that the school truly appreciated the skills and the compassion that she had for the kids. They didn't appreciate that. So that's just me. That's me saying it. You ain't got to say nothing behind it. That's me saying that. All right.
I appreciate it.
And I told you that.
You did.
I told you that. And my thing is, to go full circle and to now be an entrepreneur. Instead of working for them, instead of building that staircase for them. I say it all the time. You got the elevator in your career now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I wish you were there still, because that would have been a great impact on my granddaughter.
Yeah. I get asked all the time, like, oh, are you going to go back? I'm like, I'll sit on somebody's school board if they're going to pay me. I got a master's degree in education. I'm not going back into the classroom because you know what? The reality is I put my time in, I did at, where I was at that point in my life, just like the students needed me, I needed them too.
Right.
And just like other things, you grow out of it. At this point, I'm like, I would be at an admin level, but I didn't like it. I did it for like 2 years and I hated it, to be completely honest. I would, the money wasn't that much better. The stress was way more. And I would have preferred to just be in the classroom with my kids, just doing what we did on a regular basis. I did not like administration. And I saw all of the issues. I'm like, oh, this is not for me. And that's like one of the reasons why I left. I always, my students are like, oh, you should do a daycare. I'm like, I don't know. No, you teach your own kids. I taught you, now you teach them. No, ma'am, no, sir.
I just got a text.
Uh-huh.
A friend's son had you for a teacher, David Goodman.
I remember David.
Mm-hmm. I just got a text.
That's cool.
You always remember those teachers who make an impact. You never forget them.
That's true.
Well, I've seen a lot of the Thea Bowman, and that's in Gary, Indiana, for those who don't know, Thea Bowman students, and all of them say now, they're growing, they're in their 20s, mid-20s. Mm-hmm. My girl, Miss Farouk. They don't say my girl Huma. They still give her the respect. They say my girl, Miss Farouk. Right? Seriously, I've seen. You remember Sheree?
Yep.
Yeah, Sheree.
Sheree's down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Her. You remember Marcy?
Yep, Marcy's in Texas. I know where all these children are too. Yeah. I know where they're at. You keep up with them. Even if you don't like have a conversation with them, on a regular, you want to see, the ones that are on. And Facebook is great for that aspect of keeping up and seeing, children's progress, because you want to see them doing well. You really, really and truly want to see them doing well.
So for those people who are actually, because what you're doing is unconventional. It's not the thing that they say. You can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can do it. People want to, and especially nowadays, being a business owner is probably what's going to sustain you, as opposed to all of these other things. Okay, if there was something that you could tell these people that are watching and the kids that are coming out, what they need to do in order to keep the focus and to do these unconventional occupations, what would it be?
Well, the first thing is stop being lazy and stop being scared of education. That is the first thing, and the get rich quick, I'm gonna do it really fast. That shit is irritating to me. That concept of not having a foundation. They see the business, but they don't see all of the work. Like, I worked for 12 years. I have a bachelor's degree. I have a master's degree in education. I didn't even use, I ended up leaving, like I got my master's degree and then left a year later, but I still have that in case I want it. It's in the back of my pocket. If I do decide to step away, I can always step back into education if I do choose to. But the education that I had created a foundation of how to study, because I did not go to school to be an entrepreneur. So I had to study. I had to study how to create a website. I had to study how to do drop shipping. I had to study how to create a platform to ship, to package. How do you create, like, all of my packaging, all the boxes, all of these things. I had to learn how to do that. And if I didn't go to school and I didn't have that type of mindset, it gives you a foundation. And if that mindset was not there, I would not have been as successful to the point where I am today to have and be able to open up a store and employ somebody.
Absolutely.
And so I think that children today are extremely lazy. I think that they're pampered. I think that we don't expect enough from them, and they're spoiled and they're too sensitive.
They feel they're entitled.
The entitlement is off of the chain. It's like, damn, man, you gotta go to school.
So true. That is so true. I think we got to a point where, my granddaughter probably would say, "No, you're wrong."
Of course they would.
I think we got a lot of parents have gotten to the point where they feel like they don't want their children to go through what they went through, so they hand it to them.
And that's the problem. And I get it. I understand it, because my daughter today, my father brought her some flowers because she likes flowers, right? She got an attitude because she thought it was going to be a toy. He's like, I have something for you. He planted these flowers and brought them over to this little girl. And she's going to be like, I thought it was a toy. I'm like, girl, you're not getting anything for a while, because how dare you? But she's 4, so that's what's going on in my head. And I have to reel it back and remember she's 4 years old, the expectations, but it's like that expectation. And it's a It's a trade-off. I think a lot of times it's a trade-off. It's not even that they didn't have it when they were younger. Parents feel guilty because they don't have that time.
Yeah.
And instead of putting the time, and it's not always a parent's fault, because people are doing what they have to do to work and pay a mortgage or apartment, rent, all of that stuff. And so a lot of times parents will give their children something because they don't have the time to give them. And that's not a fault. That just is. And so I think a lot of parents are functioning that way as well. But we have to reconnect. And like we said, dealing with the village is difficult. So if we can work together more as a collective in general, that will be helpful. You wouldn't have that with children, but children need to know that there is, you have to work. There's just the fact that you can pick up a phone and the information comes right to it. We had to go to the card catalog, a card catalog. You had to go find the information to find the information.
Find it, yeah.
Can you imagine a 15-year-old trying to do that now?
No.
And it's I'm not 40 yet. I'll be 40 next year. This is not that far ago.
Right.
It's I remember not having a cell phone, and in the short span of time from 18 or 16 to now, technology has
exploded.
Exponentially exploded.
Yes.
And so, so even that, dealing with that, and there's so many layers to it. You're getting into identity issues, and you're just seeing a lot of things that are happening. And it's how do you balance all of that?
Yeah.
Being a teenager today.
That's the question. How do you balance all of that?
It's a lot.
You can only do so much, right? But I can speak from watching myself, you and a few other teachers, not just at Theoboma, but all over the place. We had somebody on here, another teacher that was on here and spoke just as eloquently as you do about the problems and the challenges that it is to raise children, not only your children, but children that aren't your own, as being a teacher. So, we applaud you guys. I think the teachers are severely underpaid. And it's just a blessing to have them, though, and that's just my little commentary. But Huma, we thank you for coming on the show, hanging out with us.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
It's kind of cool. I kind of like this radio thing,
I'm glad to know that she has this natural store that I will be frequenting a lot.
Absolutely.
Me as well.
Get that address again.
It is at 6940 Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond, Indiana. On the crossroads of the locations, there's a Dollar General across the street, and Dollar Tacos and Nick's Liquors and House of Pizza. So it's right there, right
I know where that is.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm
House of Pizza.
House of Pizza in Indianapolis. I'm 3 doors down, right there. I have sunflowers. I planted sunflowers. I have a couple big herb boxes in the front. When you see the sunflowers and the mint and the basil, that's my store.
Okay.
I'm a proud father, man. I'm so proud of you. Okay. Definitely proud of you. Everybody, don't forget Charbria Shine Single Woman Chronicles. The stage play. Man, get your tickets. Go there, because then you'll be able to find out why she has that look on her face. You will be able to find out why that other chick got the look on her face.
Yeah, that look.
The other one has the look on her face, because the other one looks like she's wondering the same thing. Why does Charbria have that look on her face?
No, but the young lady with the braids look like, oh no, she didn't.
Yes, she does look that way.
Right.
Like, how dare she hold me back?
Either way, she's holding them back. Okay, so you all go check it out. It's when is that again, Marcy?
October 23rd at the Living Hope Church, Maryville, Indiana, Taft Street.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
2 p.m.
Maryville, Indiana. Make sure y'all check it out if you're in Indiana.
Charbria.com.
Please. It's scrolling at the bottom, you guys. www.nerdnaturals.com. It is with the S, correct?
Yes, with S.
nerdnaturals.com. You can go in there. She's got 79 different products.
Oh,
yay.
I ship a lot of stuff out to my daughter in Vegas. I had found this young lady that I just bought her products just to support her, and I didn't even open them. I sent them to my daughter, and now my daughter is just like hunting me down to get her stuff again. I know the company was called Lavender something, but I really believe she went out of business with COVID. And so I'm going to bring you the picture of what she had and see if you can make this for me or if you have it in your store.
Sure, of course.
My daughter loves all that kind of stuff.
Gina,
we can ship it directly to her. You don't even have to do anything. You could just put her address. Yes. We do it online, and we can ship it directly to her for you.
Absolutely.
She got the holistic stuff from the rooter to the
BJJ.
Absolutely. I got the herbal smoke. I got the herbs, all of that stuff.
Yeah, that's something I use. I go all the way to Illinois to King Spa. I don't know if you
I love
they have that there.
They do.
Oh, you tried it, Gina?
No, I didn't. I don't need it.
Oh, okay.
Huma has created the alternative to Bed Bath and Body, or whatever you call it.
Yes, but natural, because I don't think Bed Bath and Body is natural. I don't think
it's not.
Chemicals. There are a lot of chemicals.
It's so many chemicals. It's like you know, one thing is like you read the ingredients. So I have the body butter, right? And so when you read the ingredients, there's 4 ingredients. I can't even get this right. It's 4 ingredients.
You got it. That's it.
It's shea butter, it's cocoa butter, almond oil, and coconut oil. That's all that's in there. And that's all, that's all that you essentially need, because Mother Nature provides the things that we need.
Yes.
And so we get we get confused and we start adding phosphates and sulfates and all type of different unnecessary things. But it's for the shelf life. And so that gets asked of me a lot. Like, oh, well, you should try and put your products in Target. You should try and I don't want to do that.
Right.
I don't want to. Like, my goal is not to be in Target.
Smart.
Yes.
That's not my goal. Is for you to come and know the website and know the brand name Nor Naturals, and you come to me. I don't want to be in Target, because my goal is also not to make, like so much. My goal is to be comfortable in the profit that I'm making while still making a quality product, And everybody has different goals. Like, different people, like Carol's daughter, she sold her company. I don't know who she sold it to, but we used the products a couple days ago.
Not the same.
I don't think it's the same products. It jacked up everybody's hair in the house. My daughter said I had to wash her hair again. My husband's like, what is going, it was supposed to be a moisturizing product. I think that, when big companies, and everybody has their prerogative and everybody, has their end goal. But that to be in Target, that's not my end goal. My end goal is for you to know the name Nor Naturals, and you go to nornaturals.com, or you come see me at the store.
Very smart.
Target, you're competing with all the rest of them.
Right.
Focus is not on what you're trying to do. You may be the best product, but because they have the product that has the name of it, they're going to buy that crap.
And the fact that you're able to explain your product,
right.
It really makes a difference, because when you started telling me what you use, I know about all of that. Aloe vera, I use straight aloe vera. I've been using aloe vera for 30 years.
Absolutely.
And, the different natural products, I'm like, this is the stuff right here.
Yeah,
you can't do that on the shelf in Target.
No, you
But
cannot.
You know what? A lot of people don't realize when you start, like, I like that it's all natural, because people don't realize that your skin is the biggest organ of your body. And so when you're putting these chemicals on your skin, it's absorbing all of these chemicals. And that's where a lot of the diseases and illnesses are coming from. All of these chemicals being absorbed into your body. So
to your bloodstream.
Just a thought of natural products, body products, hair products, teas, and all of that is awesome.
Right. One of the things that we're hoping to do in the next couple of weeks, my dog is over here. The next couple of weeks is
another one with a dog and a cat.
No, I have cats, tigers.
is to get a tea service going. So I do have like herbal teas, and for the hours that we are open, we have a table. I have a table that we just have to put together, and so people can come and hang out and just like enjoy the vibe of the store too. You know, to just come talk. I have books. You know, there's crystals there, so sit down and read. Like, don't just ask me. That's cool. I'll tell you. I don't know everything. You know, but sit down and read the book. Read the book on herbs, and let's, you know, I was trying to do like every Wednesday to pick a different herb and to read like the properties and what the herbs do. This is like a little small, you know, kind of like learning experience, because like Greg said, you know, once you're an educator, you never stop. You know, it just kind of shifts, or it changes a little bit, but it never stops.
When I have time to really hang out back at home, I want to come through and hang out with you, man, you and your husband and daughter, and just understand exactly what it is. We're gonna keep supporting Nerd Naturals. We're gonna keep talking about it, and I mean, I think it's fantastic. I am so very proud of you. Samantha says, where does the name Nerd Naturals come from? Sorry if I missed that already. You did, okay?
You did.
So Noor is my daughter's middle name, and it means the light. And so because she changed my life, she changed the trajectory of my life, I named the company after her. So I rebranded, actually. I had a smaller company before. I rebranded. I changed the direction of the company and focused more on holistics, on herbs and natural healing products, versus just making just scrubs and soaps, which was what I was doing before. And so it turned into herbal teas and having natural products and creating and expanding the line. So it was named after my daughter.
There you go. So Samantha, if you, she said, okay, thanks. Sorry. Yeah.
You don't have to be sorry.
Yes, she does.
You're good, Sam. You're good.
Yes, she does. All right, but we have been talking to beautiful, talented, entrepreneurial, strong women who are doing their thing and living their best life by creating something that's going to be not only great for them right now, but creating generational wealth for their people. We want to thank Charbria, whatever her name is, Charbria Stein, for coming on the show and telling us about her movement. Okay, we play up there one more time. All right, make sure you guys get there. Charbria Shine Single Woman Chronicles. It's a stage play, and where's it at, Marcella?
The Living Hope Church in Merrillville, Indiana, October 23rd, 2 p.m. You can get your tickets at www.charbriashine.com.
Hit that off, okay? And man, look, if you want to get healthy, as opposed to putting all of that doggone medicine, pills, and all of that junk into your body, into your hair, let's get natural, okay? Let's go to Nerd Naturals and let's make that shit happen, all right? For real. All right. Hey, this is Dope Living TV Live. We want to thank you again, Huma, for hanging out with us. Dope Living TV Live. Man, this has been a great experience. All right. We got truth, we got knowledge, and we just had some fun tonight, okay? And Huma, you're welcome to come here anytime you get ready.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
I will see you Saturday, Huma.
Okay.
I will see you soon as well.
Thank you.
Okay. All right,
look forward to meeting you guys.
You too.
Thank you, Greg.
I'm looking forward to meeting you as well.
Oh, I'm looking at yes, me as well.
Hey, this is Dope Living TV Live. Hey, man, we love everybody out there. Okay, keep on making your dreams come true. You can be just like these ladies. All right, just stay focused. All right, cut all the bullshit out and let's make it happen. All right, Dope Living TV Live. We will check you guys out tomorrow. All right, peace. I'm sorry. Let me do it again.
We're like the conversation.
I wasn't doing anything I shouldn't be doing.
What were you doing?
No, I wasn't.
I know.
Let me do this again. Thank you, Huma, for hanging out with us today.
No.
Oh my God.
This was a few oops, a few bloopers. But that's what happens with live TV.
That's so funny.
Hey, when you see this, all right, it's me. That's all it is. Okay, but for real, this is Dope Living TV Live. We out of here. We will see you guys. It's gonna work this time. Watch. We're gonna see you guys tomorrow. Peace.